The 1965 Canadian penny, a hidden treasure. Most people see a handful of old Canadian pennies and think scrap metal. But if you have a 1965 1-cent coin, you might be holding onto a variety that collectors are desperate to find, some worth over 200 in high grades. The year 1965 was a mess for the Royal Canadian Mint. They changed the Queen's portrait, they struggled with the dies, and they ended up creating 4 distinct varieties plus a secret 5th one that looks almost identical to the naked eye. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to spot the large bead pointed 5, the small bead rarity, and the error that most people miss. Grab your magnifying glass, because we're going hunting. 1965 was a massive year for Canada. It was the year we officially adopted the maple leaf flag we know and love today. But for coin collectors, the big news was on the obverse of the penny. For the first 12 years of her reign, Queen Elizabeth II appeared on our coins with a laurel wreath in her hair, the laureate portrait. But in 1965, the Mint introduced a more mature portrait designed by Arnold Machin. This new version features the Queen wearing a diamond tiara. Because they were transitioning to this new design, the Mint ran into technical difficulties. The dies were wearing down too fast, leading them to tweak the design mid-year. This tinkering is exactly what created the rare varieties we're looking for today. Before we look at the varieties, let us check the bones of this coin. Composition: 98% copper, 0.5% tin, and 1.5% zinc. Weight: 3.24 grams. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Because these are high copper coins, they actually have a melt value higher than 1 cent, usually around 3 to 4 cents. But remember, melting them is illegal in Canada. Besides, the collector value of the varieties we're about to discuss far outweighs the metal price. To value a 1965 penny, you have to look at 2 things, the beads on the front and the number 5 on the back. The beads small versus large. On the head's side, look at the circle of beads denticles around the rim. Look specifically at the letter A in Regina. Small beads, the tip of the A points between 2 beads. Large beads, the tip of the A points directly at a bead. Why this matters: large beads were the first attempt, but they wore down the dies too fast. Small beads were the fix. The 5 pointed versus blunt. Now flip it over. Look at the top right of the digit 5 in 1965. Blunt 5, the top bar ends in a flat, vertical line. Pointed 5, the top bar ends in a sharp, 45-degree angle pointing down. The rarity rankings: large beads, pointed 5 the holy grail, this is the rarest of the main 4. In uncirculated condition, this coin is a triple-digit treasure. Small beads, pointed 5, this is the second scarcest. Very popular with variety collectors. Small beads, blunt 5, common. Large beads, blunt 5, the most common variety you'll find in your jar. Think you're done? Not yet. There is a variety 5 that most books don't even mention. It's the extra bud or extra spine error. Look at the maple leaf twig on the reverse. On some rare small bead blunt 5 coins, there is a tiny extra vertical line of copper, a spine sticking out from the branch near the lower leaf. This was caused by a die crack or a gouge in the minting equipment. Because so few exist, this variety can command a massive premium even in lower grades. Let us talk numbers. What should you expect to get for these variety grade, VF20 circulated grade, MS64 shiny new grade, MS66 flawless large beads, blunt 5 0.158.00 80.00 small beads, blunt 5 0.158.00 80.00 small beads, Pointed 5 1.50 40.00 150.00 plus large beads, pointed 5 25.00 100.001, 300.00 plus. Note, prices are in CAD and vary based on market demand and red original mint luster vs brown oxidized color. If you think you've found a large bead pointed 5, don't just take my word for it. Get it slabbed certified by a company like ICCS or PCGS. A certified grade is the only way to get those 1,000 plus prices on eBay or at auction. Even if yours is the common variety, keep the shiny ones. Copper pennies were discontinued in Canada in 2012, so every year they become a little harder to find in good shape. Next step for you, go check your change jars. If you find a 1965, comment below with which 5 you found. Is it pointed or blunt? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to join our community of coin hunters. I'll see you in the next one.